Hi, welcome to Art Introduction, and my name is Mrs. Thompson. I will be teaching you this quarter. You have a couple of course objectives that you're going to be learning by the end of the 9 weeks, and the first one is to understand the elements and principles of design. These are the building blocks that create all artworks. The elements of design are line, shape, color, value, form, texture, and space, and how you arrange those elements creates a principle. And a principle of design is a way of composing the elements to create a pleasing composition. So you're going to be getting really good at learning how to use those properly. You're also going to be improving your drawing skills by practicing and implementing various drawing techniques. A majority of the quarter will be spent on this, so you will get very good at drawing by the end of this class. You'll learn how to critique your own artwork and others while interpreting other people's artwork. We'll be learning about different art movements on the way, and then lastly, how to create an original work of art that utilizes the elements and principles of design. Now, for every main project, there is going to be a lot of technique assignments that we're going to be doing first. It is imperative that you do these technique assignments to the best of your ability because they are designed to develop your skill, so by the time you get to the main project, you can complete it with confidence and success. For my policies, I want to talk about the materials. Every student will be getting a portfolio. If you are a cyber student, you will need to pick up your portfolio Tuesday, August 25th from 3 to 7 p.m. in the high school cafeteria. These materials that I'm giving you are in a brown portfolio, and they are everything you're going to need for the entire quarter for every project. When you grab your materials, you're going to be given a material contract. You and your parent or guardian are supposed to sign that and turn it back to me. Now you can sign it, take a picture of it, and then submit that picture into the material contract assignment on Schoology, and I'll show you where that is in a second. But it is your responsibility to care for these materials. At the end of the quarter, you are required to return all materials used in the same condition that they were given to you. If anything is damaged or lost, you will be required to monetarily reimburse them or replace them physically with a new item. And I just talked about all that, so perfect. Okay, so rules and expectations. Communication is going to be very important for us because many of you are cyber. I cannot see you obviously every day, and I wish I could. So if you are struggling with something and you are not understanding it, say for instance when we get to the drawing activity, something is not looking right and you do not know what you're doing wrong and you just want to give up and not even complete the assignment. You need to let me know that is happening. That way I can help you figure out a way to solve the problem that's arisen for you. If you do not complete an assignment and for that reason and you don't tell me, then I just think that you're not doing it because you just don't care. And I don't want you to sit at home struggling. Now, I know some of you that are at home and you're doing learning online, you also might have the responsibility of watching younger siblings. And it may be hard for you to get assignments to be turned in on time. If that is the case, you're going to need to communicate to me and let me know that you might need an extension for a certain assignment. Say like someone gets sick or, it was a crazy day watching your siblings and they were fighting and you just couldn't focus and you just need an extra day. You have to let me know about that so I don't mark the assignment late. You can communicate with me via Schoology. That seems to be the best way by sending me messages on Schoology, or you can email me at katherinethompson@generalmcclain.org, and my email is on the syllabus that you're going to have to read through later. Another thing you're going to have to read is the daily agenda on Schoology. Every day that we have school, you have to go to Schoology. It'll pop up on the update page, and you're going to have to read what you're supposed to do for that day. After you've read through everything that you're being asked to do, you're going to have to like it. That tells me that you've read it, you understand it, and if you would have any questions, you can write them in the comment area there, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. I also need you to be prepared by turning projects in on time. And like I said before, if something comes up or you've gotten sick and you need an extra day extension, you have to communicate with me. And if you're struggling, communicate with me so I can help you. And be positive. I know sometimes art can be frustrating, but know that this is an introduction course. It's meant to just introduce you to certain concepts and techniques. And I'm not expecting you guys to leave here being, master artists. If you do, that's great. If you get better, that's my expectation. I want you to leave here a better artist than when you came in on the first day. So be kind to yourself, give yourself some grace, and just enjoy this process. Don't think that you have to have everything looking perfect all the time. You also need to participate. So when we do class discussions on Schoology, you will need to respond. One, that helps me get to know you a little bit more, but also it just makes us feel like more of a family or a class. And then accept mistakes and do not give up. There are going to be times when you're going to hit a roadblock in a project or an assignment and you just don't know how to solve it. Sometimes the best advice I can give is to put it aside, give it an hour or so, while you can just think about, okay, what could I do better? What could I do differently? And then come back to it. So be okay with messing up. Be okay with persevering through the difficulties. I promise you, if you do those things, your work is going to turn out great. I do not grade you on your artistic ability. So if you come in here and you're like, I cannot draw to save my life, then don't worry, because I am not grading you on how well you draw, but I'm grading you on the improvement I see while you take my class. So once again, it goes back to those skill assignments and technique assignments I'll be giving you. I look at how you do in those and how you progress through them. And then I take those assignments and I compare them to the final project. And I see, okay, do I see improvement from like the first day of drawing to the last? And if that improvement is evident in the work, then you'll be passing my class. So the projects that we're going to be doing, we'll be making a Zentangle with pen and ink. We'll be learning how to use graphite and shading and several other drawing techniques. And then we'll hopefully end with doing some watercolor and making a watercolor landscape. I hope we have enough time to actually finish it, but if not, you'll at least have the skills to know how to actually complete one. All right, so let's jump over to Schoology real fast. When you open up the class, you're going to be taken to the update page, and you'll see here that I have a daily agenda for day one. Day one, Tuesday, August 25th. You will need to read through this entire agenda, and after you've read through everything, I want you to like it on the bottom. Now, let's say that you are reading through and you go to maybe one of these assignments, like number 2, read through class syllabus. Well, when you go to the folder where the class syllabus is located, say you open it up and you actually don't see it there. This would be a great area to type in a comment like, I can't open up the class syllabus. And then post that. And that tells me that, okay, maybe I forgot to actually attach the assignment. And that allows me to fix a mistake. So please make sure you're communicating common things like that in the agenda posts, so I'm not getting like 15 different comments from 15 different people saying the same exact thing. Now, for the materials of where you can find the things that you have to complete, if you go to the material tab in the upper left-hand corner, you're going to see the main projects that we're doing, like the Zentangle project, elements and principles of design. But then on that bottom folder, you'll see week 1. Under week 1, you'll have every day of assignments that you need to complete. So if we click on day 1, The only thing that's missing on here is the link for the video, which will be in when you actually go visit it. But you'll see that there is a syllabus you have to read, a creative circle assignment that's due tomorrow, and then a material contract that's also due by the end of the day tomorrow. You will have to complete these in order. So you won't be able to do the material contract until you've finished watching the link, reading the syllabus, and completing the creative circle assignment. If we jump back to the material page, you'll notice in the Zentangle project that there are 2 other folders. These are where I'm going to put common things that you're going to have to use a lot. I want this to be an easy, accessible area, and I don't want you to have to be jumping back to, where was that one packet or note sheet I needed? Was that on day 3 of week 4? I don't want you to have to be, thinking through all of that crazy stuff. So main things like Zentangle packets that have the patterns that you'll be copying from can be found here. Notes or requirements for different assignments can be found in there. Same thing with the elements and principles of design. This is where you're going to be finding your notes whenever we're learning about that. So that is Schoology. And if you guys have any questions, once again, know that you can message me by clicking that little envelope in the upper right-hand corner, or you can email me at katherineThompson@generalmcclain.org. I look forward to getting to know you guys throughout the quarter. Once again, talk to me. Let me know if you need anything. I am here for you. And we are going to have a great first quarter creating some amazing work together.